This is David Frederick, and I'm front row. Alright, the opening match in NWA, The Final Conflict, March 12th, 1983 at the Greensboro Coliseum. First match, Jerry Brisco versus Ken Timms, with Bob Caudle commentary. Bob Caudle might be, I remember being a boring commentary, but I'll give him credit. He went move for move, really, he did a great job commentating this match. He kept saying that Ken Timms, Jerry Brisco were physically evenly matched. Maybe body weight, maybe body size. I don't think so. Jerry Brisco wiped the floor with Ken Timms. I wouldn't call it a jobber match. Opening match, yes, but Jerry Brisco completely overwhelmed Ken Timms. Good. Kind of a fireman carry, like a double arm takeover, and then into the figure four leg lock. Ken Timms almost practically submitted very quickly. Yeah, a very good opening match. Okay, the second match in the Final Conflict show, Mike Rotundo versus Rick Harris. Rick Harris reminds me a lot of Black Bart. Sonny Fargo, the referee. I forgot to mention in the first match, the Jerry Brisco Ken Timms match, Tommy Young was the referee. And I'm very surprised Tommy Young was the referee for the first match. He usually covers big stars in the championship matches. Vaguely, same as the first match. Mike Rotundo, a major amateur star from Syracuse, New York, major amateur wrestler. I really enjoyed Mike Rotundo through the years, but when he started turning heel in the later years, I didn't enjoy him very much. But right now, as a babyface, he was a great wrestler. He pretty much almost did quick work of Rick Harris with the airplane spin, his well-known finisher. All right, the third match in the Final Conflict show, Private Jim Nelson and Johnny Weaver versus a legendary wrestler, half of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Gene Anderson and Red Dog Lane. Wow, referee Tommy Young. Wow, this match, tag team match, is full of some experience. Holy cow! This is the first time I've ever seen the Gene Anderson in a wrestling match. It's before my time. He was in, ways back with as Ole and Gene Anderson, the original Minnesota Wrecking Crew. His partner, Red Dog Lane, is actually named. It sounds like a masked wrestler's name, Red Dog Lane. Well, no, he was apparently. I looked him up. He's apparently an experienced wrestler, 46 plus years. Private Jim Nelson. He apparently was with Sergeant Slaughter's stable. They say Bob Caudle said he turned and is telling other wrestlers Sergeant Slaughter's. Secrets of how Slaughter works, but Johnny Weaver, Gene Anderson, and his Red Dog Lane. It's not a fast-paced match. It's not a flamboyant match. It is a incredible amount of experience with at least three of these wrestlers: Johnny Weaver, Gene Anderson, and his Red Dog Lane. Wow, you see a lot of counter per counter moves. It's not a fast-paced tag team match, but you see a lot of ring work experience. But Jim Nelson and Johnny Weaver win the match as Jim Nelson pulled Red Dog Lane into a small package and won the match. All right, the fourth match, Mid-Atlantic TV champion Dick Slater versus Roddy Piper. Strangely enough, he's called Rowdy, and I thought he didn't get that name until he hit the WWF years back in later in 1984. Mid-Atlantic TV champion Dick Slater, managed by Gary Hart. This was a really, really wild match. This was a match you could have seen on Starrcade or WrestleMania in the future. This is a really enjoyable match. Wild. You call Dick Slater unpredictable? Roddy Piper's unpredictable as well. This was a crazy, wild match all over the place. Wow, it's really enjoyable to watch. Wow. And Gary Hart, as much as I didn't get to see him much until into the 90s with WCW. He did a lot of interference. No verbal not much, but he was a real wow. He interfered to defend his man Dick Slater a lot, distracting the referee a lot. There was one moment that it was questionable about the Roddy Piper had his foot in the rope. Dick Slater suplexed Roddy Piper into the ring, and when Dick Slater went to cover Roddy Piper, um, referee Sonny Fargo, at the moment it looked like a 3 count was made, but Roddy Piper put his foot in the rope, and I went back and replayed it, and whoa, it was a practical tie if Piper spun the rope and the referee hit 3 count. But the referee continued the match because he saw Piper, apparently saw Piper. I didn't think he did. I didn't think he did see Piper's foot go on the rope to stop the fall. Apparently the referee did see it. It continued wild. Holy cow, an enjoyable match. The ending is also wild. Apparently this was a 15-minute time limit. Or it was again a TV title with a 15-minute time limit with the title on the line, maybe in an extended 20 minutes. I'm not sure. And yeah, Gary Hart was again distracting referee Sonny Fargo. Roddy Piper was covering Dick Slater, and when the referee finally turned around and Piper held, usually when the person you're covering and another manager is distracting, you'll kick out when the referee comes back to put his attention back on the match. No, Roddy Piper was able to hold Dick Slater, and Roddy Piper won. And Roddy Piper won. But the announcers, Bob Caudle and David Crockett. David Crockett, he kept repeatedly said the match went 17 minutes. Now apparently the TV title was only on the line for 15 minutes. So, they had to quickly say that no, Roddy Piper won, but Dick Slater remained the TV champion because 15 minutes of the TV title expired. So at 17-minute mark, Piper won, and Dick Slater remained the TV champion, although Roddy Piper won. Okay, that was the main event of the final conflict was the tag team steel cage for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Champions Don Carnell and Sergeant Slaughter versus Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. Interesting. One big stipulation was that if Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood did not win the match, they could no longer be a tag team. No time limit. Anything goes. One just say no disqualification. As many people know about this match, and some don't know, this match led to this entire show of March 12th, 1983 in Greensboro. Turned away so many, if not thousands. It jammed up the highways. And it was such a popular turnout that it led Dusty Rhodes to creating Starrcade. That such a massive turnout of fans would want to see a show like, let alone this entire match. Oh my God, it was fantastic. And Don Carnell, though, Spike, he turned into a jobber eventually. Wow, he really impressed me in this match. In the beginning, when Sergeant Slaughter was first tagged in, wow, Jay Youngblood really took him down. But then, wow, back and forth, a really bloody steel cage match. It was a fantastic match. Definitely what you call the show would lead to the idea of Starrcade, and this was a Starrcade level tag team steel cage tag team championship match. And the only true disappointing part, as many people I've seen in the comments on this match is available on YouTube rather than the WWE Network, that the finish apparently, I don't know, maybe they ran out of videotape and they had to continue it, but the finish, the pinfall itself, where Steamboat and Jay Youngblood win the titles, is missed. But then being presented the titles, and win them, and announces the winners, is available. The other thing that's disappointing, not in this match, was a match before it is apparently not available yet. NWA World Champion Ric Flair versus Greg Valentine is a 60-minute draw and I'm finding it's not available. Um, wow. I was waiting to review this Final Conflict show and the story behind it that would lead to the idea of Starcade. Um, it was worth definitely waiting to see this show. Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood would continue and they would have a feud with the Briscoes, trading the tag team championship, and they have the blow off match at Starcade. Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood they were a great tag team.